All right, guys and gals, how's it going? Happy FOMC day. I can honestly say nothing's really changed a whole lot. Ahead of the FOMC, the only thing is you see a little bit of profit taking in equities. A little bit of dollar pulling back following, just like the open. I mean, but all in all, nothing's really changed here, and my opinions haven't changed either. I think that the dollar index is at risk of challenging the upper end or the lower end of this channel today. Are we expecting, or should we expect, huge volatility? My opinion is I don't think so. But I think we might see some further dollar recovery. As I explained to you guys earlier today on the FACE webinar, we are in a situation where the Fed is dealing with, relatively robust growth for jobs. We have inflation pressures that are running hot. The risk would be overheating the economy, even though they feel that it's transitory. The inflation data has been hot, probably hotter than they had expected. And, equities are poised at all-time highs. We've got a lot of the US economy vaccinated. So things are looking up, and probably at a point where, the Fed can start doing talking about what they know, and they're very well aware could have, some negative impacts on the U.S. economy. I'm trying to get negative impacts not on the economy, on the stock market, but they need to get, rates back or remove the emergency liquidity that's been in place. They have a window between now and like Jackson Hole to really act, or to at least put the line out that they're going to be acting, like kind of cast that line. Like if you use a fishing analogy, kind of cast that line and then see how the market reacts. I mean, remember, they're moving as slow as possible. This is not the Alan Greenspan Fed. It isn't. This isn't the holy crap, they ended QE and raised rates by half a basis point Fed. That's not this Fed. This Fed is we're going to telegraph things as slow as possible, but they have to at some point. Is today going to be the day? Let's hope, because God knows we could all use some volatility. So, but will we get are we going to get massive amounts of volatility? Probably not, but I could see the dollar continuing to recover. And if you just look at just a fib from the move lower in the dollar since March, you're talking 91. 91's a 38% retracement. That seems doable. That probably puts the euro back at 120, 119 and change. But it's not like you're going to see. I would be surprised to see anything much more than that. Right? Because the Fed's going to try to do their best to not panic the market, so the market doesn't, show signs of another taper tantrum that we saw, 8-9 years ago, or is it that long ago? God, it's been a long time. Yeah, I guess that's probably about right. So, so let's talk a little bit about. You guys have some questions. Gorkum says hi. Amira says you need to rest and you look tired. Thanks. I do. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think you can really not look tired I mean, I live an abnormal, not normal life. It doesn't matter if I go to sleep at 9 o'clock at night. I still get up at, 3 and change in the morning. So I usually get 6 hours of sleep. And I know that's not enough. I know I should probably get more than that, but it's really hard to look normal when you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. At any point in 3 o'clock in the morning. That's I get the same amount of sleep as somebody that, goes to bed at midnight and gets up at six in the morning, which I know a lot of people that do that. I get the same amount of sleep. It's just getting up at 3 is, anyway, but thank you for your concern. My wife tells me that and probably has told me that every day for the last 20 years. Like, you look tired. Chad said, did you organize your socks by color or style? Both. And the color is from light to dark. So just kidding. I actually did a lot of admin stuff over the last hour or two. I've just been sending emails out, doing a lot of stuff for Trader Summit, talking to, new potential contributors and stuff, doing things like that where I usually end up doing late in the afternoon. I was just doing it today because I didn't want to get caught up in trading too much. I did buy the US dollar Canadian at 60 on this little push lower. What I'm hoping happens is the dollar, because you see equities are trading a little heavy. I'm hoping that the US dollar Canadian pushes back up towards like 121.70 ish. And then I can move the stop up to break even ahead of the FOMC. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Who cares? Amira said WTI. Yeah, crude, was pushing up towards highs. I continue to believe that crude will see 74, 76 up here. But, with the Fed today, there's a good chance we do this, right? I mean, we could always turn lower. It's possible because, if the Fed, really sounds pretty hawkish. But I think this is what we're dealing with crude. So any dips down to like 70, maybe 70, 60, 70 and a half. That should be probably pretty well supported, right? I think that's right. Amira says the Rambam says you need to sleep 8 hours. I wish. When I sleep 8 hours, the only time I sleep 8 hours is when I'm on vacation. That's it. Where my head is completely like, I'm detached from work completely. It's the problem with being a small business owner or a trader, which I'm happen to be both, is sleep is just tough, It's tough. You're always thinking about things. Like, I can't tell you how many times at night I go, this happens to me all the time, I go to sleep at night and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put in a stop here, or I needed to move up my stop there, or I remember I need to put in an order because I want to buy the euro when it gets to here. I do that all the time. And then on top of it, I do things like this. Oh my God, I was supposed to reach out to Grega Horvat yesterday about X, Y, and Z. Oh my God, I forgot to send Stelios this email about Trader Summit, blah, 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 blah. That happens all like the first hour of me just trying to get to bed. Again, it's part of owning a small business and then also trading full time. No rest for the weary. So let's take a real quick look at the FX market just to see if there's anything that's jumping out. Obviously, the euro is still stuck in this, I think 140, 150, 140. Okay, pretty key support here, right? Or that's the sterling, I'm sorry. The euro resistance is going to be, again, 121.70, the 618 retracement right here. Support really critical at 120.90. We break through this, and then that's going to open up, you know, a move down towards 120. I think this happens if the dollar does strengthen. We move down here, right? Aussie, you guys see the triangle. It's pretty, you know, you can delete all this stuff that I have here, all this head and shoulder crap. It's really not relevant right now. I left it up there because I wanted you guys to know how I've been viewing it for so long, you know, which has been wrong. You know, every time I try to short the Aussie, it's like I feel like a hamster in a hamster ball. You know, the ball that goes around and it's going around and around. Right? Every time I short the Aussie, it's like, holy cow. That's probably why. So the triangle is going to be, you know, probably pretty big when we break. Kiwi, same thing. Nothing's changed there. The Canadian, you know, as you guys heard from me this morning, I'm bullish right now because we're outside of this range and we're holding it. So this is the one thing that I look at that I keep thinking, man, the bulls really have a shot here for the dollar. You know, you got the dollar Canadian that's really, you know, trying to break out. Yes, I know it's down a little profit taking ahead of the Fed, but you know, this gives me hope. US dollar, Norwegian krona, man, this thing breaks above 842. I have to be long. Like, I don't have any other choice. I have to give this one a shot. I've been long. This is one of those currency pairs I've been long and frustrated, closed out for small losses or small profits or flats a lot over the last few weeks. I've bought and sold this thing many times through here, thinking that, you know, we're coming out of this wedge and we're going to eventually break out. I still think it's going to eventually break out. It's just, you know, it's been a non-starter. Dollar MEX, you can see resistance is really key. It's the highs from yesterday. We start printing above those highs from yesterday. We got a shot. Dollar yen, Amanda says she shorted again at the 78% retracement because of the failure here. Look, I think that the dollar yen looks vulnerable. I'm hoping every yen pair goes down. You know, I'm short the euro yen and Canadian yen. Still short those, right? I mean, the Canadian yen still sitting basically above 90. We have to crack 90. Euro yen, it's got to crack below 132.50. And that's pretty much it, guys. Stocks look a little weaker. I mean, look at the S&P. We're at risk of maybe trading down towards trendline support. NASDAQ, little false breakout here. All right. Dow, unable to make new trend highs. Russell 2000, big rejection at resistance. So there's a lot of risk right now. You know, a lot of risk that stocks are not pressing higher. But if the Fed is dovish and it doesn't seem like there's any taper talk on the horizon, we will hit new all-time highs in the markets. And you will probably see, you know, you're going to see yields probably scream. Or I'm sorry, yields would sell off if the Fed's super dovish. So anyway, good luck today, guys. I wish you all the best of luck. Don't get caught up in the FOMO. Even if you need to sit out today and just let the market confirm a breakout or a breakdown. You know, if that's what you got to do it. No need to put yourself out there and get whipped around if you're just not really sure. Okay. All right, guys and gals. Thank you all for your support. I'll see you in the chat rooms, or I'll see you on the Face webinar tomorrow. Good luck to everybody. Talk to you soon.